And we are streaming. The audio appears to at least be somewhat working. Somebody can confirm that for me. That would be awesome. How are we all doing today, peoples? When we last left off, this is not actually where we last left off for stream, because I was an idiot and forgot to save, but thankfully was able to catch the autosave and kind of fix it. Embarrassing, here's a thing. That is acceptable. We will move on from there. It is, in fact, a Shadowhawk McBobbins. Oh dear. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing alright. So, when we last left off, as mentioned, we had basically just ended the first year after spending an awful lot of time betting on arena fights to get our funding in order, dealing with the issues of the kingdom, going through a very, very long backstory about how we rose to power. It's been a hell of a week, but I'm alive. Alive is good. We like people being alive here. I mean, we like people being dead here as well, provided they're happy with their situations, but, you know, alive is probably preferable. Let's end year one and just see what we're doing. So, first decision of the council, are we going to attack the rebels? We technically did this, but we can attack them again. As I'm all for trying to make some more money in this game. Someone also have to let me know if there's any massive stream delay or anything of that nature. It should be fine, but it's on ultra low latency, so hopefully somewhat interactive. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. Money, you say? I, in fact, do say money. We could go and get some more money. And also deal with the rebels at the exact same time. So, let's go for a raid. We will send everybody but the peasants, because we will need the peasants to go and raise... Ooh. I better try and conquer the bandit miners. That is a fair point. We might have to do that next time. Anyway, loot and pillage. We'll send everybody but the peasants, because we need them to actually do some farming. And we will watch the battle. Okay. Begin! Under the stormy sky, your army quickly marches out to meet its rival. After a short pause, your army advances, slowly first, but then it quickly charges out to meet the enemy. The bad news is, we are outnumbered. Also, that was not good. Lightning bolt destroys most of our army. Yeah! Glory to what's name? Apparently the rebels have control of lightning. Raid was thus when your loyal troops have been put to death by superior defending force. Oh dear. This went a lot better than last time we did this. Our army's defective. Who put the traitors in? It might have been me, but let's stop viewing battle reports. We are being attacked by the rebels. Oh dear. Yes, we want to watch how badly this... Badly this goes. We have 100 defenders, and... we'll see what happens. They fall into a disorganized and chaotic formation. We lose 84 peasants here. And, yeah. I would say this has gone badly. In fact, I would say this has gone very badly. No, it's just, we're gonna lose some things. It's all good. Alright, let's read through an advanced report, find out exactly how terrible our situation is. So, we receive a fair amount of gold, we receive a fair amount of tributes and things. Bandits have pillaged 1,500 gold from us as well. Defense power saves prevent 4 raids from happening. And fancy battle report spreadsheets. Oh yeah, we had that last time. Aegon wanted to kill the egghead, if I remember. But okay, we got a bad start. We can move on from this though. We have 3,000 gold, 429 men, and we have a number of new visitors. So, we shall explore the realm. Where shall we explore, Council? North, east, south, or west? Actually, let's just have a check and see if there's anything else we can do west. The Magic Theatre and the Mine, which I think we're already receiving tribute from. But we'll definitely access the spreadsheets next year. I'll say next month, but it's next year. If there's no preference, then I am going to roll a d4 for this. And in failing to have a d4 available, it'll just be a d20 that I'm just going to repurpose. Nope. Nobody's come in yet, so let's see. 1, 5, and down. We roll a 2. So we're going to the Northern Lands. Let's begin our exploration. Found a satchel of 214 goals on the side of a small trail. Excellent. If only the rest of the realm was this profitable. Alright, continuing on. We find a slavers' fort, owned currently by the slavers. There are many men and slaves here. The fort is guarded by a rich army of slavers and slave soldiers. All around you see rich merchants and petty lords bargaining for slaves. Let's enter the great hall of a slavers' fort. Room is full of slaves, hard at work cleaning and maintaining the hall, which itself is a marvel to behold. Central room, the slave master sits menacingly on a black marble throne. This is a person we can do business with. No worries, sir. It's fine. People will turn up as they inevitably will, and if the worst comes to it, I'll just be the council myself. I'll be the overruling voice of reason, or voice of lack of reason, however it goes. Okay, we will speak to the slave master. Greets you with a gaze that almost feels penetrating. What is your name? My name is not common knowledge, nor shall it be. Well, nor shall it be. It's nice to meet you. Tell me about this place. This is the Slavers' Fort, the most ancient surviving home of the art of slavery. Ooh, historic. How long have we ruled? A long time, not nearly long enough. This is indeed true, and so is that, actually. Reason does indeed rhyme with treason. But, you know, this is a person who has got himself into a position of authority. We respect that. We move on from that. So what do you do here? I maintain order. Slavers can be trouble, egotistical, narcissistical, and violent. There have been wars in the past, but not now. We have order. Just as the slaves are beneath slavers, they are beneath me. Okay. We can offer to buy the slavery operation for a ridiculous amount of money, or we could try and hire some slaves. Buy them outside, not in here. This is my great hall, not a bloody market. Well, fine. Let's speak to a random slaver while we are here. Some of our slaves are meaner than pit fighters. Well, I mean, we've got some pretty mean pit fighters. Let's be honest about this. Well, what's the slave roll? Since he reserved... Yes, quite right. Slave master calls in 2 slaves and orders them to fight. The court crowds around, and the 2 slaves spend no time waiting before charging into each other violently. Now, you see, we're far more civilized. We give people weapons. Fighting is over. The winner of the fight is Bellin the Enslaved. Hooray! Ask about the garrison here. We are going to just remove that because we have no interest in that. Thank you very much. So they have 1,050 slaves, a bunch of slaves. They have a lot of stuff here. So we're not going to be attacking this fortress anytime soon. Weapons equal efficiency, equal glory to the complex. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Oh, well, we could definitely hire some slaves, though. 3 gold each. How many slaves should we be buying here? We can purchase 1,000 slaves here, which, you know, would definitely pad out our army, if nothing else. So, Talon, how many infrared citizens are we basically going to hire here? We can hopefully make some money back at the arena. Maybe. We'll see. Or maybe there's other things we need to purchase on. We haven't actually gone and done any of the visits at this point, but I think, honestly, I'm quite inclined to at least buy 500, just because we lost easily that many men earlier in the failed attempt. FCPX, the spinning beach ball of doom for 5 minutes at this stage. Oh dear. Oh well. That's such a thing that occasionally happens. Let's buy 500 slaves. 1,500 coins, but we now have a small slave army. Could buy some slave soldiers for 5 each. They've got to be at least somewhat better, you'd think. But let's not go... Welcome more infrareds in, then. Absolutely. Let's do one more exploration. We found the black market. You approach the black market, and you near a gate. Guard steps forward. By orders of Lirin the Pyro, no man, woman, child, or goblin shall enter the market without paying a toll of 50 gold. Who dares charge Steve, Lord Fingermy-Bob, a toll? Oh no, I'm just a guard. A toll is imposed by the Black Market King, Lirin the Pyro. Oh boy. Well, I think attacking the black market might be a little overkill. The question is, do we care enough about the black market to try and go in there now, or do we just accept where it is and come back later? We don't have an awful lot of money, and we might have other things we need to do. So, for the moment, we'll come back. If somebody wants to actually revisit that, we can do that, potentially. But let's go and buy one thing that I've noticed. Really expensive window shopping. Absolutely. That's why I'm thinking about doing it later. Let us hire ourselves some tribal goblins from the slaver, because these are really good troops, generally speaking. Only 3 gold per head, 280 available. We're going to purchase 180 of them. So we now have a bunch of tribal goblins, which hopefully will have started to pad out our troops numbers a little bit. Let's just have a quick look at what we're actually looking at here. Troop count. So our troop count currently is 401 peasants, 27 soldiers, 180 goblins, 500 slaves. Not the best, but equally... You could have got 10 warrior infrared mutants for that. They're the cannibals, yes, they could have been. They could have been. At this point, though, I'm just more interested in numbers right now. 293 militiamen currently, but again, not under our command, but useful to be there if nothing else. Alright, let's exit, and then let's go and visit the throne room. Okay, send him a next visitor. Shady Man arrives in your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. Tells you it will cost you 10 coins per play. So, heads, tails, gold or dungeon? Or just no thank you. We have 1183 gold at this point. Mug him. Mug him seems like a reasonable suggestion, and it is in fact what we have done previously, so let's mug him. Shaky Man sighs, hands you the gold, and then leaves your court. Rumours of our robbery spread, we gain 150 gold. We need it though, it is important, we need this gold. Send him the next one. The guards have captured an escaped slave and brought him before you. It's uncertain how they escaped. If the man can escape, he should be free to the dungeons with him, return him to work fields with the other slaves, or kill him for his crime. How do we feel about an escaped slave that hasn't escaped? Public opinion. They know you're a ruler with a strong hand. Good, good, good. They also know I'm a ruler with a weak hand. I have both, unfortunately. But, you know, this is why I have the council here, to basically make sense of my decisions. Well, I guess we might as well return him, because we are going to need more workers. Especially as we have to basically buy a bunch of more soldiers down the line. So, I'm inclined to return him. Slave is called out of your court in chains and taken back to the slave fields to work. You just paid for him after all. This is true. Although if he's escaped in that time, goodness knows what he's been up to. Hey. Alright. You are visited by a traveling musician. He asks to show you the old clicking ways. I'm a master musician. I will play you a very short song. We will ask him of his origins. I hail from the Guild of Musicians to the West. You should visit sometime. Your name? The clicker is Valoke. Or Valok. Let's listen to the masterclass clicking song. Well, it was short, which in many of these would make it awesome. Less room for things to go wrong. It was very short. But I must say, I don't think it was bad. It just was short, which, as mentioned, could improve things. I'm going to say that was great. You're welcome. We won't leave our court. Acceptable. If it had gone on much longer, it would have been acceptable. If it had gone on a lot longer, it would probably not have been. Let's continue. You are visited by an experienced farmhand who claims one of your soldiers threw rocks at his children and called them little trolls. I mean, do we give 18 gold in reparations? Because we don't have that many soldiers. We could probably actually nail down which one it was. In truth, though, I have a feeling that given that it's Talon and Mara currently here, I have a weird feeling that nothing is going to be good for public opinion in the next few moments. So I think it's a question of whether we're dungeoning him or just choosing the request at this point. Bear in mind, we don't have any way to make a profit out of them, the prisoners, just yet. We might be able to down the line. I resemble that comment. You do. I'm being nice. We've not used the guillotine. Just send him away. Okay. Well done, Talon. You're being nice. Really? Oh, okay then. Goodbye. We get no punishment for that, so it's fine. Alright. Armed man who wishes to fight for you because he wishes to make right the wrongs of his life. We're not going to reject a new soldier. We have so few of them. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of spying for the bandit horde. Explain yourself. I would never do bad. I didn't do it. We'll ask your guard for a statement. Sure, he's guilty. He best explain himself well. I mean, I'm not sure about that, but also the guard hasn't explained himself very well either. So, execute dungeons or release? Students instead at the window. Nice. Can we execute both? No, I don't have the option of arresting the guard as well at this point. I mean, if you want to arrest him, that's absolutely fine. I'll send him to a dungeon. Please, I have a family. That should have been your plea at the start. We have +1 prisoner. Okay. Send him the next one. You're visited by a silent man. He stares at you. Well, in that case, I don't lose a staring contest with anyone. Largely because I can wink multiple times, but you know, that would be extremely cheaty. So, you are visited by an old man who asks you if you can spare a few coins as the man is starving. I think we established in the first stream that it was about 15 coins for a meal, so 6 seems reasonable here. I'm kind of inclined to just give him the 6 coins. We don't want starving old men in our complex. Equally, we don't want starving old corpses in our complex either. Not if we can avoid them. Six coins. We will give him 6 coins. Blessed is the name, Lord Thingamy-Bob. Thank you. Indeed. Alright, the last visitor. You're visited by a clearly drunk woodgatherer who says he has a sum of gold stolen from a burning orphanage and brought half of it to you. Okay. Well, we have money from the burning orphanage. But we can potentially use that to rebuild the orphanage, I suppose. So, yeah. We look at the Crown of May, which is awesome. Alright, let us exit. Money is money. This is true. Okay, so we have 1588 gold at this point, but we have also the local fighting pit. So, let's place a bet. So, we have the Servant Freckled Master Aeromancer versus the Heroic Barbaric Light Imp for the first round. We always make more of this. That's depressing. Junior citizens are the most important thing in this complex. That's very depressing. Okay. I'm inclined to put the bet on the Master Aeromancer because so far, they've not lost. The real question is, do we bet the treasury on this? On the basis that if we fail, we no longer have a treasury. We do probably need to make a substantial bet, though, because we need to make enough profit in these 5 fights to basically pay for whatever we're doing this this year. Which might just be a case of doing some upgrades, maybe some defensive things. We'll see. I'm thinking 563 just to again round out our numbers a little bit, but we might be able to go even higher than that. I don't know. If we go 763, basically betting half of our money, can potentially make we can basically recover that regardless here. Let's see. I've had no comments, so we're just gonna go. Crowd is thirsty for blood. The gates rise and two fighters emerge, ready as ever to battle for death, wealth, and glory. Fight better and win!
Overkill.
We win 1144 from our bet. Alright, 4 more fights. So, this is the Goblin Berserker versus the Immortal Ditch Zombie Lord. Again, Immortal Ditch Zombie Lord. Let's put some money on that. Let's put in 1819. We're going to put basically the treasury on this. Because immortal. 4,000 hit points.
Overkill.
We win 2-7-2-8 with our bet. Indeed. The Immortal Ditch Zombie is just invincible, I think, at this point. Alright. Bet on another fight. Alright, Goblin Warlord versus a Gladiator. Place your bets. Or we can choose not to bet, of course. We could choose not to if you don't think so. But, you know, where's the risk? We've got 2 big wins already, so we can afford to go for a minor attempt here. So we think a Goblin Leader. Small bet on the Warlord. Not sure what race Gladiator is. Okay, that's fair. So we will bet on the Warlord, and we will bet 103 for this, I think. See if we can make this up. Try the Goblin. Indeed, we are trying the Goblin. Alright. The Goblin has more hit points, but is getting destroyed. Gladiator trips over. He holds his blade high for the crowd. This is a tight battle. Does Gladiator stops to remember and nods the Goblin Warlord. Don't cry now! The Gladiator wins and we lose our bet. Ah, well, we knew that was a risk. Okay, Goblin Warlord versus a Knight. So, is a Knight better than a Gladiator? And you'd think they should be. So maybe we should be betting on the Knight here. Yeah. Talon thinks Knight. I kind of agree with that. So we will bet on the Knight. We will bet 275 coins, I think, because again, not a certain thing. Does mean we're not going to be able to get a massive out of this. I mean, I could just go massively into this, 1275, and then we have a lot more to lose. Yeah, let's go big. Oh dear. The Knight barely wins! Goblin Warlord has given his life for the arena. Crowd cheers for the Knight, the mighty victor. Yeah, we got fortunate there. We nearly lost a lot of money. A bit too close. Alright, final fight of the day. Peasant versus mad, monstrous mutant. This feels like a trap. Mutant! Are you telling me we are betting on a mutant in Alpha Complex? As I say, this feels like a trap, but we'll go for it anyway. Let's bet on the mad, monstrous mutant. We will bet 2287, so a treasury minus 1,000. Okay. It's a registered mutant. It could be a registered mutant. That is possibly fair. 200. We gone bigger than that. I think we made the correct call. Peasant already dead.
Overkill.
The mad monstrous mutant wins! He is very ornery. Okay, well, we gained 4,000 gold out of that, so we have a good amount here to work with. Let's go to the bank. So we have 3,000 stored up, so we can potentially do some investments here. They bring money to this other complex. This is true. So let's see what kingdom upgrades we can potentially go for here. Goblin Slaver's Personal Guard seems like a reasonable thing to be going for. We don't want to lose the Slavers after all. So half as likely to get killed for 150 gold. We'll go with that. Next up, let's go for... Not here. What can we do in the military that's going to help us out a little bit? Recruitment signs. Get some more recruits. Probably worthwhile. Guilds and order buildings, don't think we can build any of those, which is fine. Productivity buildings, can't build any of those. Arena buildings, can't build any of those. Recruitment buildings. Large nobility post and a goblin hut to give us a chance of getting some knights. So we now have a possibility of getting them at this point, which is fine. Income buildings. Let's go and have a look at that. So 3,000 remaining. I think we're okay for that. Let's have a look. Where do we build? This might be in here, actually, in truth. Recruitment upgrades. Small market favor has a chance of lowering the costs of troops every turn. So, potentially useful to invest into. Not going to just yet, though. Let's go and check out... Hire staff and have a chat with the general. Was there anything here? We could also train him. Let's view our troop counts at the moment. So we've got a 31,000 battle score, which probably isn't high enough to really go anywhere with it. The slaves are also a non-combat unit, so I'm not actually getting a lot out of that other than just the ability to train all of our peasants up. But, you know, money is money, and our harvest needs to be good. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Okay. Just having a quick flick through things and just seeing if I'm not missing anything out here. Laws of the land, I don't think there's anything we need to particularly look at here. We could forgive outlaws and bring them back into society. We could make the hours longer, which has the slight downside of our slaves working themselves to death. I say slight downside. We could also declare it year 214. Be really awkward. Public opinion's also gone down quite a bit, so I don't really want to necessarily do that. The rebels. So they have 3,500 men currently. Don't need to do anything there. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong things here. I don't know. Recruitment upgrades, again, can't really do a lot with this. But let's put up... Yeah, let's just hire some more soldiers as much as we can here. So, 52 gold for soldiers. We know they're better than the alternatives, so let's do that. We can currently afford 64 of them. We will actually pay for 59 of them. Save us that little bit of cash, 262, and we can hire as many goblins as we can afford. Okay. So we have some troops in case we get invaded this month, but I think, honestly speaking, it's probably not a good idea to be attacking right now. Although, admittedly now, there's a chance we just run out of money. So let's actually visit the bank and withdraw. Withdraw that so we can cover things and move on. We could also raid the bank, which I think might cause some problems. Just have that feeling it might cause some problems. Okay, let's end the year. So we could go for one of the smaller factions here. So the Imbued Guardians, the Loyal Pack, Towering Fellowships, Midlands Woodland Raiders, Orange Cloaks of Ucken, or possibly Ziko. Do we want to go after one of the smaller bandit groups? It was the suggestion right at the end of the first year. Also, I just realised we're at war with both of the Great Goblin Kingdoms. Let's go, and since nobody's suggesting things, we're going to attack the Orange Cloaks. Because how dare they have a higher clearance code than most of our citizens. Give me some info. They only have 2 territories to their name. So raid them, we couldn't expect much loot. Yeah, let's just go and invade. We'll send all of the troops. And let's watch the battle. Foggy sky clouds the battlefield before the 2 armies clash. With its fog, your army moves forward to slowly meet its shrouded opponent. If your men appear to break ranks, but it's a trick. Luring the enemy out of formation, your men charge forward. As fog gets thicker for a moment, the fighting stops as no one can see the enemy. And we have actually just dealt with the enemy with that, for a cost of 8 peasants and 4 goblins. The land of Warsim has a new territory. Let's also, as Marijan suggested, pay an egghead for some fancy battle statistics with percentages. 2 phases in the battle. Of troops we sent, 98.74 survived the battle. Our army was 1,079% bigger. 0 random events, 0 champion things. It's a reason to hit that bloke you really hate next to in life. This is again true. That is Alpha Complex to a T. Speaking of random Alpha Complex things, I've actually been doing a slight script for a project I might see if I can get off the ground at some stage. Mysterious, vague promises of the future. We'll see how it goes. But it was a suggestion made to me after listening to a podcast, and it was a sort of Vanna idea almost. And it's basically about doing a radio show based in the Alpha Complex and how that would actually work. So I've kind of half been scripting it, which might have to be a thing I have to try at some stage. We shall see. Anyway, do we thank, go back to the report screen, or kill the egghead? If we kill the egghead, we can never have any more spreadsheet reports, so we're not doing that. It's whether we thank him, or whether we just go back to the report screen. In fact, since there's only the option of thanking him, we're going to thank him. You're very welcome. Alright, we need all the eggheads to be good. Let's stop viewing battle reports. You hear word, the owner of the local fight pit, Nark the Rot Greenhorn, has upgraded it to a little arena. Ooh! Our arena's been upgraded. Little arena is sure to become a more popular place for entertainment within the realm. There's also meaningless statistics. It does. The little arena now has its own grand champion. There will now be 10 fights per year. Excellent. Let's read through an advanced report. Okay. So, various gold, various things. Peasants and slaves earn you 179 from this year's harvest, and 1 gold in interest from 1,000 stored gold. Public opinion drops due to the bank tax. We might have to actually start the Arms for the Poor thing, just because otherwise this could be a problem. Oh, more money to loot from the arena. Absolutely. Well, win from the arena, I think, is more the correct thing. A foreign noble with foes in Warsim donates an army of 74 men to the rebellion. Boo. Okay. That seems fine. Warsim invaded the lands of the Orange Cloak of Ucken. Yeah, okay. We got some more money going on here. This seems fine. Answer 4 seems a bad idea, but honestly, public opinion getting very low could be an even worse idea. But I will defer to the council's judgment, but that could be a worse idea. Anyway, do we explore the northern lands, the eastern lands, the southern lands, or the western lands? We know the musicians are in the west, so if we want to deal with those pesky musicians, we're going to have to go west. But other than that... First reasonable suggestion will determine where we end up. Otherwise, we're rolling the dice again. Music with rocks in it, you say? It certainly will have rocks once we're done with it. Oh, arms. Much better than arms, indeed. Indeed. Although, to be fair, due to a clerical error, arms are accepted as arms. Okay, so I think we're going west. Let's head off. We have found the wishing well. We'll go back to that in a moment and keep exploring. We found a gibbering monk, and we found a lone knight wandering aimlessly. When he sees you, he looks startled and runs away. Okay, let's go to the wishing well. There are some who rumour that the well has been touched by the sewage of a magic theatre nearby and gained its magic. Others say it was blessed by a wise mastered mage. Some believe it's just a well. How many coins are we going to give to this well? Because we're definitely giving the one. It's an appropriate reaction to Steve. Very true. Very true indeed. But we've given 1 coin to the well, and hopefully that will give us some form of wish. Although I'm not sure what we wished for. Probably more gold. Or at the very least, death to the bandits. Oh, let's exit. We can always come back there if people want to do that. We go and talk to the gibbering monk. You come upon a gibbering monk sat on a carpet, uttering nonsense. There's a small basket that contains various coins. We will give him 1 coin, because this is worth seeing. Gibbering monk puts his hands over his ears. If we give him 1 more coin, twists his head in a manner that seems impossible. If we give him 1 more coin, he grows a huge forehead with 3 brows. If we give him 1 more coin, shouts something ineligible, and after a while a peasant appears over a hill and declares himself in your service. We've gained a peasant. And if we give him just 1 more coin, he falls asleep. Therefore we leave. That's no monk, that's an owl. This is, yeah. This is possibly true. Alright, let's exit, and let's exit. Okay, we have 17 visitors in the throne room today, so let's start the process. Send in the next visitor. You're visited by an experienced guildsman who wishes to join your army because he is bored. That is an acceptable reason. Oh, actually said yes. Didn't expect that. Of course. More peasants to die in the name of the complex, or what's name. Alright. You're visited by an armed man who seeks your permission to enlist in the mighty army of what's name. You have been enlisted. Next visitor. We have set the precedent. If a young boy comes and asks for money, we have to give him a shiny coin. It is now written into law. We hate this law. We are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. His neighbour's dog found a coin purse on the border of 2 farms and has kept it for himself. I mean, honestly, I'm inclined to say find his keepers, but if we want to make them split the gold, I'll have words about this. Nobody said anything about shiny. That was a creepy laugh. Yeah, indeed, it was a creepy laugh. Yeah, we should give him rocks in future. We have plenty of rocks. People have tried to give us rocks before it's sent some money. I propose exploding coins. I want our law changed. Okay, the council is very much decided against this, so I think we are going to have to stop giving boys coins. This is something I can get behind. Okay, we'll have to see if we can do that. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna say finders keepers. I mean, it's basically how we respond to whenever we find gold. We don't ask whose it is, we just take it. We're visited by a funny-looking labourer who enters the throne room with 2 boys following him and a baby in his hand. My Dave, I am in a dire spot. I've run out of gold and I have far too many kids. These lads can fight, take them from me. Pay me 5 gold for each of them. Solve your problems, eh? Okay, no, we are only paying him 10. I was wondering if he was going to include the the baby in his hand, which has those, yeah. Okay, well, let's, I think that's a reasonable price for 2 soldiers. So, there we go. 2 new soldiers. Cheaper than what we would normally get for them, so, you know, discount. And we do need more soldiers. Alright, send him a next visitor. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of breaking into houses. Okay, explain yourself. I would never do bad. I didn't do it. Well, I wouldn't bet on it, but somebody must hang, right? Yeah, he clearly didn't do it. He clearly didn't do it. Shame we can't do anything about the guard. I mean, the correct answer here is to let him go, but if you want to do something, then, you know, you are the council. I will accept your judgment. Told you to get the guard early. You were right, actually. Release him. There we go. Man leaves and you later discover the man was not guilty. Freedom! Okay. You are visited by a farmer who says he needs to be settled. A local bard in my village has written a nasty song about me, spreading all sorts of horrible rumours. He did it because I wouldn't lend him some gold. Please help. My reputation is in ruins. I mean... a retraction song is not a thing that's going to work. I think you just have to get over it. Or we just arrest him. Yeah, you're the person that song's about. Oh dear. I think freedom was in relation to the last one. Two. Just song it over it. I agree with that. Well, I have one more thing to say. Rumours of your harshness spread. -1 the public opinion for that. Jeez. Oh well. We're visited by a travelling bard. He asked to play a song on his little goblin drums. I'm pretty good at this. I shall play you a great and lengthy song. I'm a commoner, but I do enjoy music. I play when I can. My name is Gox. Okay, Gox, let's listen to your song. Yes, I can skip this song. I'm not going to. Oh, I thought that was going to be longer. You know what? Actually, bits of that I kind of liked, although bits of it. Talon falls asleep. Oh dear. Well, what do you want to answer then? Although, if Talon is asleep, goodness knows. I mean, that does add credence to the fact that he could use his music as a method of disturbing process here, but, you know, dispersing protests. But that's going to make our standing with the Musicians Guild even worse. Which we can probably look at. Free sounds fun. As I say, I like free. If you want to go free, I am all for it. Alright, let's go. Free. Drum begins to frown and slumps out of your court. -2 relation to the Musicians Guild, so relation is now -3. Your head general, Golin Pikener, approaches and requests a pay rise of 34 gold. I think we're going to refuse the pay rise. But if you want to do worse to him, who needs to taste in music? Bah. Indeed, you can't eat music. Why would you need to taste it? I actually have no idea what annoying the Musician Guild does long term, or what their long term repercussions are going to be. That's something we could potentially find out. But yes, people asking for pay rises for doing their job. To the dungeons! I mean, I'd be inclined to just refuse him, because we do need a general, and we would have to hire a new one. But if you say to the dungeons, I guess we gotta send him to the dungeons. Okay, then, take me. We now need to find a new... Yeah, we now need to find a new... member of staff for this, so let's manage our staff here. We need a new High General. Don't want the Solemn. If you don't hire me, I will start a rebellion. I require payment of 219 gold a year. Okay. Sir Dylan? Sir Dylan has been waiting for this moment his whole life. I think, honestly, we got to hire Dylan, regardless of how good he is. And free. I've won a fair deal of victories in my time. If you don't hire me, some of noble will. Require 126. Okay. So, honestly, even though we're going to probably have a rebellion on our hands here, I am going to hire Disaster Dylan. I don't think anybody here is going to dispute that point. Okay, let's go back to the throne room and continue on. You're visited by an educated tavern goer who claims he was assaulted by one of your slaves and demands you kill the slave as punishment. I like answer 1. One and 6 are both good here. I don't know which is better, but I like one or either of them. We'll have to see. I mean, slaves who stand up for themselves are probably a bad thing, but if we... 1 or 6 for me. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I was saying. So you now need to pick between 1 and 6. I liked, because this slave has stood up for himself, he has found the secret path to freedom, or he's found the way to, you know, put himself on a level pegging with another person. I suppose 6 is to screw the tavern over. Tavern goer, at least. He's not the owner. If he was the owner, I'd have to do something different, but okay. 6. Rumors of you slaving court visitors spreads. You're visited by a young boy who enters your throne room as fast as doing this. Gold coin! Gold coin! Gold coin! Junior citizens are the future of the complex. I am going to give him 1 gold coin. Thank you, big leader person! If it's a banana man who wishes to fight for you based on a recommendation you got in the tavern. Perfect. It's exactly how we want our soldiers. The dirty peasant man has brought you an ancient orcish talisman which you found in a basket floating down the river. Excellent. Additional coins. You are visited by an unhappy village idiot who claims to have come in possession of a basket full of magical fruit. He claims it to be fed to souls to make them stronger and asks 50 gold for it. He calls it Blue Troy and claims it came from a magical farm. So, we do want to buy this fruit because obviously it is additional battle stats. Honestly, we need to find the farm for this and just kill and just take it over. I say kill, I mean kill the owners and take it over, but take it over whatever we do. I think that's a reasonable investment, actually. We're going to buy the fruit here. Unfortunately, they're just apples with a blue coat of dye, so we were screwed over there. We will remember this. We will remember this. We won't remember this at all. Alright. You're visited by a young boy who saw, as he saw in a vision, you were going to give him a shiny coin. Yep. His vision was correct. But since he's now a witch, we can burn him. Says he really wants a gold coin so he can throw it in a magic well. We have set a dangerous precedent here, and we're going to continue on with it. Alright. Give me a gold coin or your leader gets it! Do redundance with him! Young boy laughs and smiles. He seems to think this is a game. Gods hesitate for a moment, then take him away. We have finally broken the curse! We have finally broken the curse! I know the council will be have finally got rid of this rule of giving gold coins to boys. That rule no longer applies. We've arrested one. We've broken it. We also didn't get any penalty for that, weirdly. Okay. Let's, can we upgrade from anything? No, we cannot. Huzzah! Let's see if we can do any things here. Don't particularly want to do that. Give them a £500 gold coin squish. We could do that. That's a thing. It's definitely an option. Don't want to do that. I am going to actually do this. You're not going to like it, but... Oh, actually, can we do Answer the Poor? Ooh, social, I assume. Yeah, Answer the Poor. Okay, we put the Arms for the Poor on. Again, this is mostly to just balance out everything else we're doing. But yeah, we're not going to free the slaves because we need them. We do actually genuinely need them here. And we'll exit out there. Alright, let's visit the throne room and see how the upgraded arena's going. As you enter the little arena, it is a sizable venue where warriors come to battle and locals pay to watch and bet. The arena is owned by a local businessman named Nolak the Rot Greenhorn. A love cult. Indeed. That allows weird things to happen. As far as I'm aware. But anyway, let's begin the fights. We have the immortal Ditch Zombie Lord, champion of everything, against the Mad Monstrous Mutant. Now, the Mad Monstrous Mutant was very powerful, but the immortal Ditch Zombie Lord has 4,000 hit points and is immortal. So, we are going to bet the treasury, or at least most of the treasury, on this. And we're going to see if this works. The crowd waits eagerly for the first blow. Immortal Ditch Zombie Lord effortlessly blocks a swing for the Mad Monstrous Mutant. We get to see the Immortal Ditch Zombie taking the damage. One of us will die today, and it won't be me. Many in the crowd laugh hysterically. Mad Monstrous Mutant! Mad Monstrous Mutant!
Overkill!
He's yet to lose a hit point. Such as this Immortal Ditch Zombie Lord. Yet to lose a hit point. I think we found our arena champion, if nothing else. Let's bet on another fight. Freckled Novice Aeromancer versus the Aerial Storm Seedling. So, a novice versus a seedling. Yeah, Talon likes the Aeromancer. And I kind of do as well. Though I am intrigued on this one. Let's bet ourselves. Let's go a bit lower this time. We got a bit of coverage for ourselves here. And go for 560. That puts us down to 8,000. We can live with that. Well, that was short. We win 840 from our bet. Let's keep playing. Okay, an agitated freckled Aeromancer versus the Gladiator. I think, once again, the Aeromancers are definitely key. It's possible the Gladiator is good, but honestly, this feels pretty good. Yeah. Let's bet the maximum and just go for this then. Worst comes to it, we might get the Immortal Ditch Zombie in a second fight. We'll see. Freckled Aeromancer moves to avoid hit, but slips.
Overkill!
And there we go! The Aeromancer is victorious! 2824. So we've taken all of this now. This is just going to be a case of watching for our own benefit. We've maximised the profit from this one, at least. We could just choose not to watch the fights, but I want to see the Grand Champion Challenge. As is customary, 2 budding warriors will compete for the title. Okay. Let's see. You mean the Immortal Ditch Zombie isn't going to be it? Sven Bloodpelt is therefore the arena champion. He has currently won a single fight, earning him the title of Grand Champion. Hopes to prove himself to defend his title in his first champion defense. Grand Champion stats. Strength 160, 1 win. What's his backstory? Son of a local bandit chief killed my dog. I'm gonna kill them all! Well. Lives in a small townhouse on the outskirts arena located. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well. Let us... a Waffles hater must die. He will die at some point. But we're not going to have him executed just yet. Let's then leave and we can come back. We're not going to watch the other fights because we need to save our money. Or at least that's the argument I'm going to go for. Let's see if we can upgrade bits and pieces around the kingdom here. So, heavy palisade defenses, 10k. The little arena is the upgrade. It used to be a fighting pit, but it was upgraded this year to be a small arena. So that's what it is. Yeah, I don't really want to do anything of that. I don't think we can get any guilds. We can, however, increase our productivity. 5% from caverns, tax, harvest, and visitors. And a general 5% increase has got to be worth something. So, yeah, we'll go with that. So a general 5% increase should be good. In terms of other buildings, let's go and spend an extra 500 on just getting even more people into the throne room every year. I'm sure that's not going to be bad for us at all. Alright. Let's then go recruit some more units. So there are 9 goblins available from there. We're not going to do that just yet. We can hire bandits from our prison quite cheap. Now we're poor again. We are poor again. This is true, but we're going to earn more money. It will happen. And we need to hire some more soldiers anyway. So let's hire 22 soldiers to up our soldier numbers. Exit. And then we are going to end the current year. And we are going to go and declare an invasion of the Orange Cloaks again. Because if we can wipe them out, there's one bandit group down. And that's got to be plus. If we invade now and win, we will crush them. They have barely any gold in their coffers, so if we raid them, we couldn't expect much loot. Alright, let's invade them. We will send the lot. Okay, a rainy night sky adorns the battlefield before 2 armies clash. Well, we are successful. We have taken the last of their land. We have declared victory! Congratulations, my Steve. Orange Cloaks of Ucken have been crushed. A few of their peasant prisoners have rallied to your cause. +1 to public opinion, -15 to peasant, -3 general bandit level in the realm. Okay. We have enough money for more egghead reports, so egghead reports. Greetings, I am some egghead. Thank you for the gold. There were 2 phases in the battle. Of the troops we sent, 97.23% survived the battle. Our army was 987.67% bigger than the enemy force. Enemy lost 231.82% more troops in the battle than us. Excellent. We will thank the egghead and go back to the reporting screen. My Dave, we're under attack from rebels. Yeah! Darn it. Okay, your men are spread equally across land. You have 111 defenders. To guard this one, militia have sent 2 troops. Okay. -2 initial battle strength from the rebels. There are a ton of enemy troops on the battlefield. I've raided some gold. Unfortunately, we only had 4. This is the advantage of being poor. We had no gold. Oh dear. We are going to have to deal with them, though. Let's stop viewing reports. Alright, let's read through the advanced report and find out exactly how situational we currently are with things. So, bank tax, gambling tax, general taxes, tax, and tax. And 1 gold from our 1001 stored gold. That will eventually pay off. It will. Public opinion dropped by 2. Raid from the rebels pillaged 4 gold from you this year. The Imperial Guardians pillaged 187 gold from us. Wages have been paid. Stuff and things have happened. Rebels have raided our lands. We've done some invasions. Okay. Seems reasonable enough at this point. Okay. 47 years remaining. Let us begin our exploration of the realm to start with. So, north, east, south, or west. If we go west, we will eventually find the musicians. Which I'm sure is something that we all want. If only so we can invade them. Just going to roll the dice, and if nobody selects in a few moments, we will go by what the dice says. Okay, well, that says 16, so we are still going west. So, let us continue exploring the western realms. We come upon Montfort Mine, a large mine complex filled with spears prodding out of the ground. The place is filled with miners chipping away and piling ore into small buckets. Upon this mine is controlled by the Harlow Mining Company, which is a company run by peasant miners. Okay. Wait, did I just do a thing here? No, that's the Montfort Mine I was already... Oh, whoops. Okay, ignore that. We already had to take a tribute from them. We don't need to take more tribute from them. We find Smallhaven. It is a small and peaceful and has a population of 234 peasants. Okay, let's speak to the village elder. My name is Dermot, and I happily greet you. Okay, ask about Smallhaven. As much of interest here, but those who wish us no harm are always welcome. I can't promise that no harm is wished. It's going to be the most peaceful place in the realm. There's always been a magical influence in the area, but aside, there's very little going on here. The West. Most civilized men in the realm. The Northerners are savage, Southerners are barbaric, and the Easterners are backwards. Okay. Ask about the village champion. Mugda of Smallhaven. We're going to request a yearly trade caravan because, you know, trade is always a good thing. Plus 10 relation with Smallhaven. We have some trade routes going on. Okay. You have the heroes do that. Visit the Laughing Man of Smallhaven. Well, I don't know what we expected, but that's what we got. Well, fair enough. Let's visit the Smallhaven trade post, but I think we already got that set up, so yep, don't need to do anything more there. Visit the Ox Head Tavern. Okay. Let's speak to the bartender. Who are you? Once adventurer, now tavern owner. It's an ever-changing life, indeed. Never attack a tavern owner in D&D. They're always 7th level adventurers. Always. Ask about the Ox's Head. Killings against him. The beast wasn't hard to find. Interesting. Nice in the village. Not a lot going on here, which is a shame, but we try our best. Doesn't take long to build. Still village hall before this, but locals weren't using it, so we refurbished. Once held a mighty empire that was unmatched worldwide. Now it's a little too soft. I'm honest. Can't complain though. Well, we could always complain. Always complain. What's the special brew? Much stronger than normal ale and knock your crown off. I see. Well, down the hatch. And here at one eye pours an ale. The ale tastes much stronger than you're expecting. You struggle to finish it, but you don't give up. You pull back your head and finish the whole flagon. You shake your head and sober up a little bit. Well, level of drunkenness, we feel a buzz. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. We choose rock. We draw. We choose rock. We win! Excellent. That's all we needed. We don't want any more stories. No more story time, please. Let's head out and do one last exploration. We found the magical fruit farm. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Surrounded by bright purple crops, the owner of the farm comes out to greet you and welcomes you to his magical fruit farm. So we can buy barrels of the fruit. Honestly, I think we need to do this. Let's go and buy 10 barrels. So we now have a ton of blue fruit. We may want to attack this farm later, but I don't think we want to kill the golden goose just yet. So let's leave that for now. But we may come back and do that. We'll see how the council determines on things. Right. Meanwhile, let's go and recruit who we can here, because we know we're down a bit on numbers at this stage. 42 gold for peasants. We can hire some bandits, I suppose. Let's hire some more tribal goblins. 181. We can afford. Actually, no, let's go 0 now. We'll buy troops at the end of the turn. See how much we actually have in terms of other things. Throne room first. Send in the next visitor. You are visited by an armed man who begs permission to enlist in the mighty army of what's name. Indeed. Join us. We have stuff. You're visited by a crazy man who says the sparrow always gets the trouser worm. Do we kill him or thank him for his words, or do we just send him to a dungeon since he's crazy? For clearly his own good. I hasten to add, it is clearly going to be for his own good. Thank him for his wisdom. Indeed. That is very wise. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Send in the next visitor. You are visited by a blacksmith who has brought you a steel helm in the shapes of a lion's head. He wanted a bet from a wealthy sea trader. Well, we are absolutely thankful for that. You take the item only to find it's some kind of illusion. The trickster is gone before you realise. We shouldn't have been so trusting to these people. You're visited by an old apprentice who claims one of your soldiers chopped down his apple tree and made off with the contents. The fiend. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to just let him have it for 20 gold. Indeed. He played well. I mean, I don't want to give up my gold, and we definitely need that, some of that for gambling purposes in a moment. So, let's just refuse his request. Oh. Visited by a wise man who says he has some advice to share. War is less favourable than peace. But this isn't called Peace Sim, is it? That appears to be knowledge of the fact that he's in a game, which is absolutely, absolutely against all the rules of Paranoia. You are not allowed to act on knowledge you do not have within the game of Paranoia. And therefore, I think we're going to have to do this. It was very bad. Tell me something better or I'll gut you. If we were to destroy one of the sons of an orphan of us would never forgive them. Some are threatened, but some of us do not live for long. Okay, I didn't know that. So I know about the Stones of the North from my other playthrough of this, but I didn't know destroying them had this kind of effect. So, okay. That's fine. Yes, you may go. You're visited by a wise man who says you have advice to... What is people and advice these days? No, we will refuse to hear it. Curse you! I'm a beginner. Okay, let's ask him of his origins. Said to be true home music, though. True is not the only source. Okay, Augustus the Clicker, let's hear your song. I can almost get the sense that there was a song going in the background, which is weird. And that's got to mean it's good, right? Or maybe it was just aligning it with something I had in my hand. Kill him. Okay, apparently the council didn't agree with that. Alright, I don't think I can kill him, but I can send him off to the dungeons. So... yeah, let's do that. Last one prisoner, and the Musicians Guild hate us. You're visited by a thin-looking man who is collecting gold for the slum folk of the black market, and asks if you can spare a few gold. So do we give him 1, 10, 100, 1,000, or none? Or just send him to the dungeon? I mean... it's a good cause, but, good. You're not a fan of the music here. Dungeon, you say? Okay, apparently Griff has taken over and everything is dungeon. Okay. Your head diplomat, Sif the Magnificent, approaches and requests his employment with you ends. He does not wish to work anymore. We do need a diplomat, though we could get another one. We are not a charity. This is true, unless you're a kid. And even then, we kind of stopped doing that. Speaking of not being a charity, though, what do we think about our head diplomat asking for reasonable additional employment? One thing we should get is a Spy Master, because those are actually kind of useful, but... His head would look good on a pike. Do you really want to just kill him? He has been our loyal subject for quite a while. I have a feeling Griff has put the council into a very grimdark place. Nah. Oh well. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let him go. Alright, that's fine. Thanks, you and leave. We no longer have a diplomat. We should probably solve that now before we worry too much about this. So let's manage staff. Hire a new head diplomat. So we have Sir Morin the Royal, Garmok the Fool, or Gadro the Volunteer. This person is of royal blood. Please hire me. I'm very poor right now. Okay, I'll exit that. Royal blood, but apparently not very good. I want to save the kingdom from brink of political destruction. There's no doubt I can work for you. A big pay of 236 gold per year. And finally, the volunteer. As I am a master in diplomacy, I'll serve you honorably. I ask for no payment. Honestly? Is there a downside here? Is there an answer that is not, you know... Let's take the volunteer, clearly. I mean, why are we not taking the volunteer? The only question is, does the royal actually affect things? But... Probably a spy. Probably, but let's be honest about this. Even if he is a spy, he's cheap. Next thing, Spy Master. There are 3 potential Spy Masters, so let's go and do this. Let's go for Felden Darkblood. Information I have found has saved lives. It would be a supreme honor to serve at your side. One payment of 96 gold per year. Then have Tollbook of the North Shore. Highly regarded by kings and queens of the realm for my work. There's no doubt I should work for you, where I'm paying 144 gold per year. And finally, let's go for Sir Faladin the Valley Siegebreaker. Assisted in it. I sir, pays for 98 gold per year. Okay, so currently the best of them is also just about the cheapest. So I think honestly we take Valley Siegebreaker here, and then we get to see how good what having a good Spy Master does for you. So let's hire him. Not going to hire a court jester yet. We need somebody to tell us a joke that the chat approves of, and then we'll try and hire him as a court jester. But hey, maybe we'll get a chance to do that in a moment. More advice. What is it with the advice I'm getting? Black market is probably a good place to own, but be sure to protect it. Bandits won't take kindly to you holding it, and will want it back. Probably good to know. No, we don't need a steward. Besides, I like going through and talking to everybody, and it's not quite got to the level of ridiculous numbers of these yet. That may come. Claims one of your soldiers killed his favourite chicken. Riddick. Nothing will bring him back, but reparations are due. Do we pay him for his named chicken? There's probably a correct answer here, but it's whether we refuse him or dungeon him at this point. And then we need to work out some. We need to basically get the labor thing going on in the dungeons, just so we can actually make some profit out of all these prisoners we're sending them. Redrick was quite tasty. Refusing the request. He leaves unfazed. He wasn't expecting it. That's fine. Traveling Game Master visits your court and invites you to play a popular game called Sudden Death. Very well. We shall play this game of Sudden Death with you. We will roll the dice. We have failed to roll a 6. We lose. Well, okay. I was expecting the game to have more dice than 3. In which case, I feel that the only thing left to do now... I wonder if you can comprehend how much you've really taken from me. Hey! We got our money back! With no penalty either. They know. They know. Find a disabled hand who wishes to join your army because he wants to oppress a girl from his village. Absolutely. Okay. Let's exit and let's go to the little arena. And begin our betting on fights. So, freckled Master Aeromancer against an agitated soldier. There is no argument here. we're going again for the Aeromancer. We have 2979 gold, and just to cover things off, just in case the game screws us, we're not going to bet the farm, but we're going to bet most of the farm. That's 80% of our treasury. But I don't see our Master Aeromancer losing this.
Overkill.
Nope. Didn't see that loss happening. 3,718 gold from our bet. Okay. Cyrus the Strong-Willed the 6th, or a pacifist freckled novice Aeromancer. Now, there's a key word there, but the Aeromancers have not lost yet. Can a pacifist win an arena fight to the death? Possibly only if the crowd interfere, I think. Well, minimal bets. So the treasury, you say? Oh, Griff still wants to bet on the Aeromancer even though he's a pacifist? I don't agree with that. Alright, I'm going to bet 193. Actually, no. We're going to bet 1,193 on the non-pacifist. Okay. Size and size.
Extreme overkill.
Okay, extreme overkill. Madman. I am a madman, but it's money, and we need it. Okay, there are 8 fights remaining. Let's bet on the next one. So, Cyrus the Strong-Willed the 6th, or Garbrant Kelmixson. So Cyrus is the... He only had about 40 hit points, but he did win an extreme overkill. That's what your pacifism gets you, indeed. I mean, if you're a pacifist, why do you even turn up to the arena? Or rather, why did you get strong-armed into appearing in the arena? I genuinely don't know about this one, because honestly, we've just seen Cyrus kill a guy, but that was a pacifist. Pacifists are the parasites of freedom. Possibly, possibly. Okay, I'm gonna bet on Cyrus, but I'm not gonna bet very much. Let's go 164. And we'll wait for the Immortal Ditch Lord to come back, and then we'll bet the farm on that.
Overkill.
Nope. We bet wrong. Alright, another bet. It's liking to repeat people at this point. Let's go for Clemixon. And we're betting 575. People cheer loudly for both, but there's the overkill. So very strong, there's not a lot of hit points. Okay, next fun is between a vagrant bandit or a bandit pirate. So the difference is, do you think a vagrant is better than a pirate? One of them says Yar a lot, so he's clearly happier. And that clearly means we should probably vote for them, if only because, you know, they're happy. That clearly means they're superior. Pirate has experience killing. Yep, we'll go with that. Again, I'm not going to go too mad on this one. We're going to go 237. Because we can still bet the farm here. Let's go. You knave, come here and die. Crowd roar for the vagrant bandits. The fight stops for a moment as the naked goblin streaks across the arena grounds before jumping over a barrier and escaping. Wait, they can escape? Come at me, knave! Fight better and win! It looks like he has. Okay. Well, we're earning a small amount of money from this. Let's keep going. Oh. Mad Brute Mutant or Mad Monstrous Mutant? Brute versus Monstrous. I think Monstrous is probably better than just Brute, but that's just my personal opinion on this. And again, maybe it's a trick. Depends how monstrous the monstrous part of his mutant, which I assume is registered, is. Either way, they are both mad. Brute, more hit points. If that's something you know, then fine, but I was probably going to be inclined to go with the monster here. Alright, we'll go with your decision. I'm okay with that. Again, we'll bet small because eventually the Ditch Lord will come up and we'll be able to go out from that. Okay, 14 for the Mad Brute Mutant.
Overkill.
Yep, he didn't even get a hit in. We lost 130 gold bets. This happens. Here we go. Our immortal Ditch Zombie Warrior. We bet the farm. And we have collected our win. Let's go to the Grand Champion. And watch the Grand Champion fight. Okay, can Sven Bloodpelt earn his second victory against Korgoth the Freak? My sword is named Death, and soon you will meet it! Well, that was quick. His sword was in fact named Death. Glory to Sven Bloodpelt, who currently has 2 wins to his name. Let's exit, and let's exit. So, 6,000 gold. So we can possibly go for a few more upgrades at this point. Let's see what we can do. Military. I mean, I'm okay with not building the militia weapon stats up at the moment because they're not assisting me too much right this second. We can gain additional income from the harvest, which is probably going to be relevant. Recruitment buildings. We can upgrade and get a chance of getting some knight recruitment going, which I think is fine. Other buildings. Let's not go for the other things there. Can potentially go for this to gain some additional tribute stuff, but I think we're probably fine for the moment here. What we probably want to save up for actually is going for the prison labor yard and maybe advanced trade post. So let's visit the bank, deposit 2,680 gold, and then spend the rest on recruiting some troops. So, let's hire some goblins. We will hire... Not going to go too mad here. We'll just hire 81 goblins to do that because it's quite cheap. We'll then hire some additional peasants from the militia. 25 of them for the moment. And then hire some soldiers. So we can afford 31 of them. We'll buy 25 and then spend the rest on those goblins. You can afford 100 of them. Yeah, we'll just hire them all. There we go. Can't hire knights from the noble houses. We could hire some bandits from our prison. And maybe we will actually. Yeah, let's go hire 5 of them. And let's see exactly how our troops makeup currently is. So managed staff. Hi General, what do you say about our current troop rankings here? Troop count. So 369 peasants, 164 soldiers, 5 bandits, no knights currently, so we do need to probably pick those up at some point. 401 goblins and 501 slaves at the moment. Troops not in the army but under your command. 307 militiamen. Okay. Let's then head out and let's end the year. So, we probably want to actually try and reduce the rebels a little bit here. But given that we've already destroyed a bandit group, we could potentially destroy another one, or go for one of those. Either way, we probably want to do something, because bandits keep raiding us. Well, the rebels keep raiding us, but dealing with the bandits slowly, piecemeal, should be good. And of course, the less bandits there are, the less raids we should be getting each year. Okay, with nothing else heard, let's go and attack the rebels. Okay, need some information. They have a fair bit of territory behind them, 9 lands we need to capture before their capital. Decent chunk of gold in their vaults, a raid is definitely worth consideration. Let's go for invasion. We will send everybody but... Actually, we'll send all the troops. Okay, so the What's Name battle score is 55299. We also have... Okay. Yeah, what do you think of this? We have matched them enough to cause concern. The odds are definitely in our favour today. Good, let's crush them. And yes, let's use some fruits. We have 250 barrels and use 18 in this battle. We're going to use 18 of them. An extra 900 battle score is not a huge amount, but it's what we're going to do.
Charge!
Oh, we are losing a lot of troops. Thankfully, so are they, but to battle, Aegon!
Yeah!
We have seized new territory from the rebels. That is good. Alright, let's see 80 top breakdown on my losses here. So we lost 98 soldiers, 177 peasants, 205 goblins, and 3 bandits. The rebels have marched on us.
Yeah!
Okay, 382 men across 8 lands. Mission sent 212 troops. Okay. Skirmishing force has found victory against your forces today. Well, that is unfortunate. Blue Guardians have lost assault about us. Oh dear.
Yeah!
Oh dear. Well, they've stolen our land as well. This is going well. Also, the bandit horde have damaged your defense palisades and left a room. We no longer have defense palisades. Okay, let's that was rough. That was very rough here. Answer to 4 mean public opinion has gone up. We've earned some interest from our stored gold. Caravans have earned us some trade here. Oh, dear. Well, that was rough. Oh dear. Okay, let's move on. So, we basically have no troops left again. And I'm probably going to have to see about getting a uptick in those. Thankfully, we have 500 slaves, so we at least should have some people coming in for the harvest. Just in case we're trying to sort everything else on this one out. Buying as many goblins as we can this month. Okay. I think we'll do some exploration, and then I might end the video here. I know Aegon's just arrived, but we're still going to do that. Dot. Indeed, from Aegon. Come on, you noblest English. I mean, we're not English here as far as we can work out. We're citizens of the Alpha Complex. But, okay. So, do we go north, east, south, or west? Or do we hear Aegon continue on and be our court jester? Because Aegon definitely could be our court jester. Okay, well, let's continue going to the Westlands since nobody mentioned anything, and we are going to explore some more. Okay, so we found the Small Haven Militia, the Militia Watchtower, which is interesting. We've then found a trio of Wandering Knights. We have 3 knights. Perfect. And the Gift Tree. Gift Tree is considered by many across the lands to be a gift from the gods. Most Endlanders believe the Gift Tree is the work of magic, though some take it to be more of a divine gift. Yep, Aegon's continuing his thing. We will touch for tree. Touch for drift tree, and a branch falls. And from a branch falls an item. Look down and find a helm made from clam shells. It's worth 50 gold. Okay. Well, we will bow to the gift tree and not try to knock it down. But we may come back. We may come back. Okay, let's then exit all of here. And let's... Oh dear god, we have 22 visitors to process. Well, that's the thing. Let's recruit who we can at the moment here, just so I remember I've done this. Hire goblins here. We can afford 177 of them. We will do that. Fortunately, everything else is really pricey. So maybe we just have to go with more bandits. But at least if we got goblins, we've got some troops that we can... The peasants cost us a fortune, though, sir. An absolute fortune. We're not buying peasants for that lot. Let's go to the throne room and see if we can actually improve things first, though. So anyway, next visitor. Novice Explorer, who offers to reveal your location in the east for a low fee of 676 gold. Or we could just force him to reveal the location or just refuse. We also haven't been very much to the east, so maybe this is going to be worth it? Who knows? 2. Yep, I agree with that, Aegon. Rips up the Mac and flees from your court. Well, Aegon was wrong. You're visited by a trader who wishes to join your army as his prize chicken was killed by a rebel. That's not the story we had earlier, is it? There was a chicken that was talked about.
Yeah!
We'll allow him to join, though. 1 additional peasant. Ugly trader who says he stole the gold and retired warrior from some retired warriors and bought you half. We'll accept that gold. It may have negative connotations, but honestly, we need the gold. Next visitor. Mud-covered scholar who wishes to join your army as his children were eaten by goblins. That is a worthy cause. You're visited by a farmer who says there are more goblin tribals in your army than soldiers and peasants. He says it's unacceptable and that goblin bands fight frequently with what's named troops. You must do something about it. Now, given the goblins are actually the main force of our army right now, I honestly think 1 is probably the best answer here, but I don't really want to kill off our army for no reason, unless Aegon says so. Yes, don't do now what you can potentially put off until tomorrow, and then potentially put off again until the next day. Very good, my Steve. I really appreciate that. Good, good, good. We probably aren't going to do anything. You're visited by a mad stick collector who says he stole the gold from some retired warriors and brought you half. Ugh. We'll say no. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry I bothered you. I mean, we can afford to take some hits here. We are paying arms for the poor right now, so that at least covers some of it. Visited by a farmer who claims his cattle were killed by wolves. He asks if you possibly assist him in buying new livestock. For 100 gold? That's a lot. How charitable are we feeling today, Aegon? We have had the discussion about whether I meant arms or alms, and yes. I agree. Although some money they do need arms for the harvest and bringing that in. We also do have 500 slaves, so... Free. To the dungeons with him. Fair enough. Send him the next visitor. Claims to have come in possession of a basket full of magic fruit. We're going to seize the fruit. We have taken 6 fruit. That is perfect. Visited by a returned craftsman who claims to have in possession of magic fruit. Well, we give it with one hand, we take it away with the other. We're going to buy this one. You're visited by a goblin. He approaches and clears his throat. Begins to speak to you with great, perfect pronunciation and fluency. Oh dear lord, I'm not going to remember that. Hello, O great ruler. I come from a small and unremarkable goblin village, a fair walk from the border of Warsim. I, while a goblin, am known for my strength of will and willingness to entertain dares and bets with my fellow goblins. For example, one were to learn the language of men with fluency. My latest bet was to walk all the way from the village I hail to this fine court of the mighty ruler of Warsim and request but a single gold coin from the reigning monarch before heading right back home. It would be a great honour if you could assist me with my challenge, though I understand if one such as yourself could not wish to participate in the mindless goblin games. He then straightens up and awaits your response. We give him a gold coin. You give a goblin a
I would like to transcend the mindless realm of the goblin and join you.
Very well. He then says to you, eats the gold coin and speaks with a clear, understandable accent. You like to transcend? Yeah, okay. He's very polite, not like the small boys. Indeed. Indeed. By the way, we arrested one of them, Aegon, just as a FYI. We arrested the last one of them to ask for money. We haven't seen one since. Traveling bard, goblin drums, elite musician. He wishes to play us a song. Drummer. Okay, Dos, let's see. Our current relation with the guild is currently 11. $15 drum solo! Okay, what do we think about that performance? 1. Aegon loved it. Okay. We're currently not very well off with the guild. We had a phase of Griff basically deciding that we didn't want that. I've heard worse. Okay, it's now plus 10, or minus 10 rather, relation with the guild. Next, you're visited by a man who wishes you to free his friend who is currently a slave of yours. Unfortunately, we can't make him a slave. But, I mean, we do have 500 slaves. It's not impossible for us to free this guy again. But we do need infrareds to work the fields. And somebody to be slightly lower than peasants. Charging but I think that's an acceptable compromise. Oh, their freedom's not worth that much. These courts. Okay. Butcher claims one of your soldiers threatened him. He seeks reparations and a promise it will not happen again. I mean, I can't promise that a soldier's not going to threaten you again in the future. Especially if you are doing something wrong. I'm inclined to say 2 here, but again, council. Two. Yep, okay, put minus 1 public opinion, we can live with that. Your guards bring forward a man who's accused of pickpocketing. Explain yourself. I didn't do it, I swear. Arresting guard? Well, can anyone say if someone is guilty or not? Hang them all and let them be sorted out in the afterlife. We're gonna have to let this guy go, aren't we? Because you have no idea. You have no idea, do you? We can't even do anything about the guard. Sometimes I feel we should be able to, but again, we'll release him. You're visited by a wise man who says he has some advice to share. Should the rebellion be crushed, its many supporters will eventually flock back to us. Yeah, we can't crush the rebellion though. We've so far failed every turn. I like the idea of the epics. I like the epics of this guard. Indeed. That's very good. You may go now. Alright, next visitor. Accused of assaulting a trader. He cheated me out of all my gold. Do we execute, arrest, or release him for being cheated out of all of his gold by a trader? And then assaulting him. I mean, the assault is a crime. And the trader is clearly a superior citizen. Release him? Ah. I was all to justify arresting him, but okay. Okay. Fine. You were visited by a stick collector who wishes to join your army. I met somebody you'll be friends with, the laughing man of the village. Your guards bring forward a man who's accused of insulting the crown. Steve does what must be done. I would stake gold on his guilt, my Dave. So, do we execute or arrest? execute. Choppy choppy. Alright, send him the next visitor. You're visited by a crazy townswoman who says, the worker could burst given the right timing. I mean, I think that's a fair warning. People could spontaneously explode, I suppose. I think this is fair. I'm going to affect them for their words. That's useful info. Alright, send in the next visitor. You are visited by an experienced farmhand who claims your soldiers farted on his crops. He demands compensation for smelly wheat. Well, there's only one possible answer we have here. There's only one possible answer here. We find that soldier, and we promote him. Whatever his current position is, we move him up one. Aegon, however, is inclined to give him money for it. But fine. Yes! You're visited by an armed man who says he will serve in your army for 26 gold. That's currently cheaper than soldier prices, so yeah. Particularly short gambler who claims one of your soldiers borrowed some gold and died before he could pay it back. He says, you must cover the debt. I mean, honestly, no. That's not my problem. You have to take it up with the soldier's family. I see. Very well then. Okay. Let's have a once again look at the crown of my... First did when discovered in the cave all those years ago. Okay. Let's exit and let's then see what we can do here. So we may have to see if we can purchase some... We're probably going to have to purchase some bandits here. At least in terms of getting... Actually, there is one thing we can do, and I did it in my Let's Play as well. Not that you're aware of that at this point. But we can pardon the bandits and then have them raiding for us, which actually might help us in the long run. But anyway, we visit the arena first. And let's see if our Grand Champion can win his third fight in a row. Sven Bloodpelt is the current Grand Champion of Warsim. He has won his first title defense and now hopes to drive his win count high and prove what he's capable of. Let us bet on the Grand Champion fight. So, do we bet against or for Sven, who has so far killed both his opponents in a single hit? Versus Zadu the Jerk. And honestly, I'm not going to put money on a jerk. Although, admittedly, it would be a jerk move for him to win and then cost us our money. So, yeah. As I don't see any takers at the moment, we are going to make the bet. Sven, and let's bet 595 gold on this champion fight. Points his blade towards Zadu the Jerk and grins. Crowd roar for Zadu the Jerk.
Overkill.
And Sven Bloodpelt wins, and we earn double our money. Well, that is pretty excellent thus far. We will exit. And then let's get back to the arena and see if we can actually earn our fights here. So, Krut Goblin Warlord versus Aerial Storm Fungus Champion. What do we think? Honestly, Krut's named. He is a Warlord. But against an Aerial Storm Fungus Champion, maybe that's too much for him. Either way, I think we're making a small bet on this one, but the power of flight has clearly got to be something involved with this, so let's go that way. 165 and see what happens. Well, Krut has immediately been demolished for 103. Yarr! Come on, scoundrel! Fight better and win! One more hit, please. This is going down to the wire. We've won our bet. But that was a tight battle. That could have gone either way. You walk through to watch the match and manage to get in front of the gate without paying. No one seems to notice. Huzzah! Ooh. A mutilated, immortal ditch zombie lord versus a gladiator. Is mutilated going to change the equation that this is an immortal ditch zombie lord? How mutilated? I'm going to bet the farm on this immortal. Kill mutilated immortal ditch zombie lord. And that is victorious again. Even just the head should win. I mean, so far, yeah, we are yet to see anything even damage them at this point. We have a homeless immortal ditch zombie lord versus the freckled novice aeromancer. Well, I think we're still carrying on with this, and we're betting the maximum. Mutilation helps, indeed. Well, this is the weakest immortal ditch zombie lord we've encountered. Dodges a fireball cast by the warlock in the crowd. Ooh, boo, hiss. Homeless immortal ditch zombie lord. 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 Boo. We bet on freckled novice aeromancer.
Overkill.
Well, you lost your money. We didn't. And thus, we have therefore earned enough money that we can potentially do some things. So, let's again have a quick check on what our stats are currently showing at... Hiss. What? You didn't like the immortal ditch zombie lord? Well, fine. You do you. Flawless victory, indeed. Let's go and check our trait numbers here, just because that's what I meant to be doing. So, we do need to buy some more soldiers. We do probably need to buy some more peasants. But having some knights is probably useful, so that's fine. Let's head out, let's hop out, and let's recruit. So, let's hire... we'll hire soldiers because, again, they're about the same value, and soldiers are definitely worth more. We've got 135 of them. Let's hire 75 for the moment. And then let's hire as many of the bandits as we can. Oops. From this. So we can afford 75 of them. We're going to buy 75 of them. Okay, recruitment upgrades then. Let's go for the small market favor because that gives us a chance. Is it wise that the economy of entire realm depends again? Yes. Because so far we're winning. So far we are winning, and therefore it is absolutely that relies on that. We also do have a gambling tax. So, yeah. That works. Let's see if there's any other kingdom upgrades we can put in place. Let's upgrade our Goblin Slaver's Guard. So now he's much less likely to be killed. And see if there's anything else we can do here. Can't do anything productivity-wise. Can't do anything guild-wise. Bigger recruitment signs, maybe, but we'll save that for the moment. Nope, I think that's all good from there. So let's just visit the Royal Bank. We will deposit 417 because, again, we're making sure that we don't, if we get raided, we don't lose everything. But we really need to start weakening the rebels here because they keep attacking us and they keep winning, I think is more the problem. So let's end the current year. We are going to attack the rebels. Give us some info. They have a fair bit of territory behind them. 8 lands that we need to catch before we get to their capital. Let's go for a raid. Actually, let's go for a skirmish. Send all our troops. Ooh. I mean, we've got the lowest chance of injury here, but we need to reduce their numbers. What do you think of this? If luck is on our side. Good, let's crush them. We'll use as much as I can. So we add additional battle score. Let's watch. For the night mist, your army marches out to meet its shrouded opponent. Lone arrow is loosed, and with that, your army charges out. One peasant killed on the enemy. Approach hoping to watch the battle behind a thick wall of fog blocking the way. At this point, your children quickly disperse, many of them crying as they do. Well, we are slowly getting them down. Okay, our troop survives. Unfortunately, we did take a lot of losses there. Let's just have a look at what we actually lost from that. Ouch! Okay, stop viewing battle reports. We're being attacked by the rebels, of course we are. Alright, 212 militia peasants also joining in. Okay, so basically the rebels keep counterattacking us and winning. They didn't actually steal any money this time though, so we'll stop viewing the battle reports. Spymaster has found a battle. I'm going to say, no, I don't want to watch that battle. That's not really interesting us. Ooh, this we're interested in. Purple Bannered Sheriffdom and the Immortal Ditch Zombies. Let's watch. I have a point to raise here. The 5 Immortals are dead. I mean, based on arena fights, this should not be possible. And what do you know? It wasn't. Okay, the Imbrued Guardians have marched on us. Well, they've stolen some money from us, which is unfortunate. Stop viewing battle reports. Let's see advanced report. How are we doing on the year? Honestly, not well based on that. Trade caravans earn us 52 gold. 7 gold in interest. Public opinion has improved. We've enlisted soldiers from our lands. Bandit Horde pillaged 2440 gold from us this year. Ouch. We need to get the palisades back up. Because I think they actually went down, didn't they? Well, we are poor, but we have stuff. Let's actually just double check that I'm right about that. Yeah, we need 5,000 for defense palisades. That's what we should have invested in. And in not doing so, we've now actually left us open to massive raiding. Okay, well, thanks for joining us for this. We're going to save. I'm actually going to remember to save this time. Stream 2. And next week, we will probably continue with this. So, catch you then. Until then.